We'll start out this round with Tony Girdman, Buckeye Scoop.
Can you describe the teaching sessions with Matt Barnes? He said it's just so much looking at concepts and technique or no plays.
Basically, I think the biggest change right now is just like the extra details, like being detailed in everything we do as far as like footwork and the way we may flip our hips or stuff like that. And just really just breaking down the game and making sure like we understand what we need to do and when we need to do it.
Alrighty, next we'll go to Joey Kaufman, Columbus Dispatch.
Josh, how much more comfortable do you feel back there at safety, and just where do you feel you've made the most strides at that position in the last year?
I'd say I'm pretty comfortable. I'm confident in what I do and my abilities, and I know I work hard, so I'm very comfortable back there. And what was the other question you had? I'm sorry.
It was just where do you think you've kind of made the biggest improvement back there from? Obviously, you guys didn't get a full spring last year and shortened season, so just kind of where do you feel you've maybe improved the most?
I think I've improved the most. I kind of like slowed everything down for myself. I'm a player. I get excited sometimes. My eyes get going everywhere, and I start thinking about it a lot. But I think I've slowed down. I've improved on my leadership, like bringing the younger guys along, like trying to help them out, and just basically just being that leader, like taking over that role.
All right, we'll go next to Tim May. Tim.
Yeah, Josh, how long did it take you guys as a group to kind of get over that Alabama game? And what do you sense is going to just be different about you guys as a group going into this season, especially this spring and stuff? What have you noted that's a lot different? I mean, some of you guys are much older and wiser than you were this time a year ago, obviously.
I feel like coming into these workouts, we've kind of came in with a chip on our shoulder. I wouldn't say everybody has let that game go, but I feel like that's pushed us a lot, and that's still something that's in the back of our heads every day. So we just go out and work.
Alrighty, next up, Austin Ward, Letterman Row.
Josh, early on in camp, Kerry was talking about you just getting to play at that high safety and maybe stay there. Do you really think that you'll finally get to stay at a position for an extended period of time? And if so, what do you think that'll mean for you?
I think so. I think it'll mean just basically getting used to that one spot, and I can actually sit and learn what I need to learn. But as far as moving around in other spots, I mean, I'm still the same person. Wherever you need me, like, I'll be there. Like, it doesn't matter.
Alrighty, next we'll go to Stephen Meads, Cleveland.com.
Josh, now that Matt Barnes has been promoted and Kerry Combs is mostly just a defensive coordinator, kind of a two-part question. Or one, how much is Kerry Combs still kind of in your guys' room throughout the week? But then also, I guess, what are some of the difficulties? I think this is your fourth, technically, secondaries coach since you've been here. So I don't know what are the difficulties. You have to get used to a new guy pretty much every year.
I don't think it's pretty much of a big change. It's really just Coach Barnes just kind of taking over the role as explaining. Like, I feel like he's better at explaining stuff to us, kind of. He can break things down in different ways. But Coach Combs, he's still very much a part of everything we do. He doesn't miss anything. So.
Alrighty, next we'll go to Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
Hi, Josh. I think from the time you got here, you were pegged as a guy who was, a potential star, and obviously you played well. But I was assuming that there are things that you've looked back on your career and thought, maybe a missed interception or things like that. How would you kind of describe the arc of your career, and how much did you spend a lot of time with the jugs machine in the off season?
I spent quite a bit. I know everything I need to work on, but my biggest thing this year is really just working on improving like consistency, being consistent with everything I do.
Okay, thank you.
All righty, we'll go next to Dan Hope, 11 Warriors.
Yeah, Josh, to follow up on that, what are the things you feel like you can do to improve upon your consistency? What are the things that will help you make sure you're always in the right position?
Communication, staying in the film room, just learning everything I can, take as much as I can away from Coach Barnes.
Alrighty, next up, Patrick Murphy, 247.
Josh, we've heard a lot about Latham this offseason, and obviously we saw him at the end of the season, come in some big moments. What have you seen? How is he developing, and what kind of player can he be for you guys next year?
He's actually developing pretty fast. He's going to be a guy I feel like a lot of people are going to hear about next year. Like even after last year, yeah, he played a bit at the end of the season, but I feel like that kind of boosted his confidence. And he kind of came into this off season also improving stuff and with that chip on his shoulder, wanting to be better.
Alrighty, we'll go next to Nathan Baird, Cleveland.com.
Josh, last season, you were kind of in the same position as far as maybe being that starting free safety, and the coaching staff went with somebody else in that position and someone else who was getting the bulk of those snaps. Did that experience, what did you learn from that? And did it give you any indication of what areas of your game needed to change or improve or be refined, whatever, in order for you to now take that job this year?
Like I said earlier, I think it was really just being consistent and always being in the right spot and knowing what I'm supposed to do and not trying to make that big play or do everything by myself, really.
Alrighty, we'll go next to Spencer Holbrook from Leonard Monroe.
Josh, it seemed like last season you guys in the secondary just maybe missing a piece. How much did not having like a Jordan Fuller back there affect you guys? And do you feel like you guys have what was missing last year kind of figured out and you guys are going to be able to get it together this year?
I feel like it had a lot to do with like our communication and just like our chemistry with each other. Feel like communication goes a big way. And sometimes like, yeah, you know your job, but if you don't know what the other person's supposed to be doing or you don't know what the whole point of the defense may be, I guess just breaking those things down and actually learning those things kind of helped us improve this year. And that was our biggest difference from last year. Last year, it just kind of seemed like everything was moving so fast. Dealing with Corona, I mean, not knowing who you're going to have the next week or the next day. So everything was just kind of felt weird.
All righty. Josh, thank you very much for your time. We got Marcus Williamson ready for everyone, so we appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.